What's up, Chicken Nuggets? Tyler here with the Sports Cards Are Dope podcast. And so are you, by the way. I usually don't say this at the end, but just in case you don't listen that far, you're dope, bro. Guess what? Topps, they announced it. They've made it official. It's not just Ruben talking to the kid from Collects at the National. They've announced they are coming out with NBA debut patches, and we got to look at what they look like. And your boy Cooper Flagg, which is, I guess, the number one prospect based on pretty much everything that anyone's seen with their eyes. And they promoted it with him. NBA cross-promoted it. Like, everybody promoting that thing. And it is official. NBA debut patches for NBA players for their first game in the league, which will then be ripped off of them. Just Michael Rubin's going to walk up to say, "Good game, Cooper." He's going to rip it off. He's going to slap it on a card, and he's going to make Cooper sign it and say, "This is no longer yours. This is mine now." And he's going to put it in a pack. And somebody's going to pay millions for it. Millions. In the comments, if you're on YouTube, let me know how much you think Cooper Flagg's debut patch is going to go for. My guess is 3.2 mil. That's my guess. Let's get into the intro because, branding. And then we're going to give you our thoughts. I say me. I'm going to give you my thoughts on what this could mean, what this means for pricing of the top tier card for every player. And yeah, thoughts, bro. We talking about practice thoughts. That's not anything. Just intro it, dude. Okay, so let's talk about what it's done already. So we have a proof of concept with this with regards to MLB with baseball. So with Major League Baseball with baseball, that's what I essentially said. Let's call it the debut patch effect, if you will. There are real multipliers because you are looking at, this is without question a player's best rookie card. Whereas in the Panini era, is it National Treasures Logo Man? Is it a Prism Black 101? Like, what is there? Is it Superfractor? Is it their best? I guess Superfractor's only in, I guess that's all. Well, no, Flux had some Superfractors. Doesn't matter. Flux Superfractors was not in competition for the best card. But there was a competition of what is their best card. There's Immaculate. There's National Treasures. With Topps taking over the licenses for basketball, this will now, without question, be a player's best card. I know that it's hard for us to be like, oh, MJ or Kobe or, even LeBron now. It's hard for people to debate GOATs, but every generation has a GOAT for that generation. For the 90s, it was MJ. For the 80s, it was Bird Magic. 90s, it was MJ. For the 2000s, it was probably, I would say, Kobe, maybe Tim Duncan. You can make an argument for him. 2010s, LeBron, Steph. Like, we are going to have GOATs of the next era. Steph and LeBron in the next 20 to 30 years are going to retire, and we will have new GOATs. And guess what? Can you even imagine with your brain what, and I won't use MJ because he's, GOAT competition, but let's say Kobe. Kobe's the top 5 to 15 player of all time, all right? What do you think? Like, Kobe's, if he had a NBA debut patch, that would be his best rookie card, hands down. Okay, my vote for his best rookie card is this right here. Yeah, there's 499 of them, so it kind of dilutes that. Now they go at the worst 8 to 16 grand. That's the EX credentials if you weren't on the YouTubes. So his rookie, as not even the best player of all time, just like a popular player and one of the all-time greats, his MLB patch would go for probably 10 to 20 million or more. You know what I mean? Like, we're still looking for that LeBron Logo Man 101. Like, we don't know where that is. I think it's been sold. It's been pulled and sold, but like, it hasn't appeared in ever publicly in the public eye. And that card's estimated 20 to 30 mil. Like, can you imagine what an undisputed grail card of any of these players would go? It's absolutely insane. So we will have a player, what I'm getting around to saying, what I'm riding the merry-go-round, beating around the bush, if you will, like a guy trimming the hedges. What does that means that we will have cards that are being sold now. They're going to be worth 10 to 30 million, not including inflation, in the next 20 to 30 years, because some of these players are going to be all-time greats. And again, it starts with Cooper Flagg's year. Okay, this doesn't go back to Wemby. I know Topps, they tried to throw Wemby in some rookie stuff for a hot minute, several years, but this year will be the first year they can't backtrack this, because they can't go Photoshop all of Wemby's first game jerseys. I know, as much as I would like to. I like to do that with JP. Get that card. That's what's up. So I'm still working on, JP has I think it's a championship tag rookie card, and I bid on it on alt, but I didn't understand how alt worked, and I thought I won at like 3,100, and it sold, and then now somebody's got it listed for like $6,000 or $7,000. How many episodes in a row have I done that? I don't know. I'm sorry. I'm gonna apologize every time. Okay, so let's get into it. Let's see what the multiplier is so we can figure out what these cards might go for when they hit the basketball card market. So looking at the Major League Baseball debut patch effect, let's look at real multipliers. So Jackson Holliday, great young player, okay? His debut patch sold for $200K, $200,000. His previous best sale was just under $70,000. So you're talking best card available, and then his debut patch, that's 3x. So it sold 3 times that value. Okay, let's do 3 players so we can get kind of a range of what these things will sell for. Wyatt Langford, young player. His debut patch sold for $183,000. His previous best was only $32,000. That's about a 5.5 times multiplier. So 5.5. So 3 times multiplier from best sale to the debut patch for Holliday. 5.6 multiplier for Wyatt Langford. And let's see. I don't know if I have Skeens. I don't know if I have Skeens. I can't remember it. Skeens is, I think his best was like $100K, and then it went over $1 million. And so that was, I mean, almost 10. I think it was about 10. I'm about 180. Doesn't matter. I'm going off memory here, so don't quote me on that, okay? The multipliers from all the ones I could find and analyze went from about 3 to 6 times, 3 to 6x their previous high sale. So using that math as an ex-math teacher, shout out Tarver Academy on YouTube, what could we have guessed NBA rookies would have gone for over the past few years? So I just got 2 players. So obviously we can rock with Victor. We can go with Wemby, okay? So I think his highest sale ever is $800,000, but his previous, I think his National Treasure, let's use his National Treasures 1 of 1. It sold for over $500,000, $5.28 thousand. Based on the math from baseball, the multiplier looks like it would go from anywhere from $1.5 million to $3 million with an M for a player who has never played a playoff game. That's what it would have gone for based on the multipliers for basketball. Because you got to think basketball, I know baseball is big with like the prospecting. Basketball it drives the market, in my opinion, IMO. And I say that as a biased basketball fan, okay? So Wemby, maybe you're like, oh, he's a unicorn. Let's look at Chet, okay? We got a tall, skinny white guy. What's he going to go for if he would have had a debut patch? His National Treasures logo, man, RPA 1 of 1, sold for $144,000. That's gross. See what I did there? 144. Gross? No? Okay, don't worry. Wrong audience. 144,000. Using the 3 to 6 multiplier, that would be anywhere from $400K to $800K for Chet, who is 3rd best player on his team. Granted, it's a great team, and he has the chance to be the 2nd best player on that team. But you're looking at a $400,000 to $800,000 sale. So with this, if we're looking at best players and what they've got, like right now, we have not seen Cooper's stuff really hit because he's just like, he hasn't played a official game yet, so we haven't seen him in his stuff. But I think he had the highest public sale, I want to say it was like 28 or 30K for his McDonald's 1 of 1. I'm pretty sure it sold for 30K. Y'all correct me in the comments if I'm wrong. You're looking at the multiplier, and that's high school or college. No, All-American, that's high school. That's not even pro stuff. So like his, Prism 101, I honestly think Cooper, and Tyler's prediction, I think Cooper's will go for easy $2 million, give or take $500,000. That's my guess. His debut patch. And it's going to be insane. Not only the level of promotion, because Fanatics has clearly a better relationship with these pro leagues. And, Michael Rubin, the owner of Fanatics, he has the ability to make a call and get NBA to collab on a post with Topps about this. He did. He literally did. So you can imagine what he's going to pull out of the bag to get these things promoted in this chase and the eyes on this market. And we know from experience, most recently, Kevin O'Leary, the Shark Tank dude, him joining up with Sean and that little group to buy that Kobe and MJ dual logo, man, for 12, 13 million. The press we've got from that, and then the rise in the market of high-end cards for investors, which I'm assuming that's why that's increased over the past 3 months. Can you imagine the amount of regular people? I say that you may be super rich. I'm a regular person, in my opinion, IMO. And so I buy regular people cards. And so I think that you're going to see an increase in what people can afford across the whole market. Because right now we're seeing that huge increase in high-end market because investors are getting involved. But once we get attention on social media even more, and then layer that with the NBA's Instagram account, or we can get players to where they're, because you see it all the time, baseball players interacting with fans, signing their cards, collecting their cards, hiding their cards in their socks, and then signing it, stuff like that. You're going to see that now with basketball. I saw one Topps just released where it's a card. If you pull it of Stephon Castle, he will follow you back on Instagram. Like, that is like, does that matter? Is it going to change your life? No, absolutely not. Okay. I say that as somebody who eBay. I am one. Fun fact, Tarver Cards, which is my lower account, my Tarver, Tyler Tarver account, my main account, has more people on it. But my smaller account, with Tarver Cards is not a huge account, eBay. I am one of 71 people that eBay follows. And I look forward to them blocking me someday because I post way too much. And so what did I say? Oh, it's just cool. It's fun. Do I get any extra money because eBay follows me or whatever? JP follows me for now. He will block me. I definitely tag him in too much. JP, I'm so sorry. I know you don't watch the show, but if you did, I genuinely apologize. I actually wrote him a note. Fun fact. So we're going to the Pelicans season opener against the Grizzlies. And I wanted to give him one of his rookie cards. I'm going to give him his Prism out of 49. And it says, I wrote him a note on the back. If you're on YouTube, you can see it. It's one of my cards. And I literally just wrote, thanks for not blocking me on Insta. So there you go. JP, love you, bro. You're going to see more social media being surrounded around not just these cards, but all the top stuff, which we know brings attention because that's where society's attention is now. It's on social media. And so you're going to see them push there, and it's going to grow this market. Like, it's going to naturally grow this market because people are going to want to be in that conversation. They're going to learn more about cards and feel more comfortable jumping into it. So let's go through a few lists that I made about this whole debut patch stuff with the NBA. So here are 5 factors that could push or pull pricing with regards to when these sell. Because this is not like Cooper Flagg's the big one, but it's every rookie, everybody that was like every player's first game, they will have that patch on there. And we know you can get some MLB debut patches. And again, there's more players in the Major League Baseball. Like, I think there's only 400,000 players. And of those, how many are rookies? Probably 100K. I know the league's swinging younger right now, but you're going to see players that aren't big names that are going to have those cards go up on eBay or go on Fanatics Collect or whatever. It's going to go for sale, and it's more affordable you can get. I think the cheapest, y'all correct me if I'm wrong, I think the cheapest you can get any player's debut patch in baseball is like $800. That's the cheapest I've seen sell of the debut patches. So basketball multiplier, you're looking at, I would guess, $1,500 or more for players you've never even heard of or seen play. They play one game, they go back to the G League, whatever. You're going to see that. So what might be interesting, and I guess like Mac McClung, has he played I think he's played in an official NBA game. He's been in the G League for a couple of years. That would be really cool if like a big name guy like Mac McClung, who's not like a huge NBA player, but great ball player, of course. But if he hasn't played an NBA game, when he comes in and he gets the debut patch, like he's got a little bit of that, like that name recognition. It's like the Bronny thing. Like Bronny's not the best rookie of the class, but he has a lot of attention because of his dad and the Lakers and all that stuff. So anyways, number one, factors that could push or pull falls right into what I was just talking about. Narrative power. This is the first year Topps has had the basketball licenses since 2009. That matters. First ever debut patch. The first ever undisputed GOAT card of a player. And we know, and I've talked about it way too much, story sells. Stories, when you speak, if you speak at stuff, tell stories. Anytime I talk, I tell a story and then I layer and then like what I can learn, what we can learn, I learn from it, what teachers can learn from it, and then I try to give them a resource that'll help them do that. Stories stick is the reason I do that, and it's why all the best books are stories. Like, that's what it is. Stories sell because stories stick. Next one, there is a definite supply cap. There's only one of these that every player will have. They're not doing third game patches. They're not doing that. It is one. There is one of these that exists for every player. And not only are you going to see big people, I think some players are going to start chasing it. I think once Cooper starts bidding on his or talking about his or whatever, you're going to see players start chasing that. Because I heard Jared McCain talk on an interview, and he was saying that from his rookie year, as he started collecting cards and stuff, he wanted to collect some of his jerseys, but he said from his rookie year, he was not allowed to keep any of his jerseys, which is absolutely terrible and insane to me. But he wasn't allowed to keep any of his jerseys, so now he's going to start collecting more of his jerseys from his second year, and then maybe try to pick up some of his rookie jerseys. If that's the case, like, these players can't keep a memento if they want to from their rookie year unless they go back and buy one of these cards or bid on one of their jerseys. Number 3, there is a performance timing. If this auction aligns with like a big game or a big moment, or if Dallas is making a run in the playoffs, you could see that sale accelerate. See what I did there? Nope. Sorry. Negative 10 points for Gryffindor. Sorry about that. The fourth one that could push or pull the pricing is there's a brand transition. These collectors, they might still, like, I think we might have some holdover from Panini stuff, like the look of like, oh, that's the Logo Man, or it's National Treasures, it's Immaculate, it's this. But as they lose that license, we're going to start seeing them fading out, just like we did with, Topps and then Upper Deck and then all these other companies that have lost the licenses. Again, I wish everybody had the license. That's my personal opinion, because I think that would be cool to have that variation, just more cool cards you can collect. And then the fifth one is there's auction marketing. Like, whenever it's on eBay or Fanatics Collect or Golden, any of these places get it, they're going to magnify it as well. These platforms will increase visibility of these things. So those are my thoughts on it. I love to know your thoughts. What do you think is going to happen with this? I, for one, love that this is happening, especially in the sport that I love. I'm always for dope looking cards and cards that have a story and that mean something. And I think this first year of these NBA debut patches not only has the story of the player and the league, but of Topps and cards and this hobby that we so love and enjoy. And so I think there's just so many stories layered in with it being the first year. And I think, honestly, the story is going to magnify because Topps is good at social. They're good at promoting. They're good at marketing. You saw it at Fanatics Fest. They're just better at it than some of these companies that we've had around for a while. And that's just, it's my opinion, but also it's a fact. Take a look at it. If you disagree, use a hater, as Kanye would say. So thank you guys so much for listening. I appreciate your time. I hope this was enjoyable for you. Oh, I have never talked about this publicly, but I just finally switched the domain over. If you want, if you want, like, maybe this pops up in your algorithm, maybe, you see this stuff, like it pop up in your podcast, you go work out, you're on a long drive, whatever. So first off, thank you. That means the world to me. I'm not gonna ask you to rate anything. So I know everybody does that. I'll do it occasionally, but not right now. No, I was gonna let you know, I actually just started a Patreon, and I'm not asking for money right now. Not asking for any money. I'll tell you what's going to be leading up, but apparently I didn't know you could do this because I just got back on Patreon after a few years. I used to have another podcast, but on Patreon, you can actually subscribe for free, because I've been making, like, when I make these videos, I'll have it, and then I'll have a blog post built out of it. And so it has a video, and then it has a blog post, and it emails to anybody that subscribes for free. So if you want to check that out, go to sportscardsaredope.com. See, it's the name of the podcast. See what I did there? Sportscardsaredope.com. And if you go there, you can subscribe for free to the Patreon. And I do have like an entry level one, calling it Chicken Nugget Nation. And I'm going to do more with that coming up, but I have to like slow roll it just because of my time. But I'm hoping to kick it off in the next week or two. And I like, that would be like the paid tier. I think it's like $3 a month. Or like $30 a year, I think, if it's correct. But my goal with that is that's where I want to do a bunch of giveaways, because I want it to be more like these are people that are a part of this community, and just like, I don't know, I want to give back to people, and also with that money, I can buy things to give away, and then also it's something I can justify, spending all this time doing these videos to my wife. And so my wife, don't do that, Tyler. It's a joke of a joke, okay? So don't judge me. But some of the ideas that I've got coming with the Patreon for the Chicken Nugget Nation is I'm going to do weekly drops where I do giveaways. So you just I'll toss in a photo of a card or a giveaway. I think my first one's going to be probably some Jared McCain silvers, not anything crazy, not any 10s, but like 8s or 9s, and just give them away, and, everybody go and comment. And right now there's 0 people on there on the Patreon because I've never talked about it till now. And so if you go to sportscardsaredope.com, go for free, that'll just give you these videos and stuff anytime I post it, it'll be emailed to you, I think. But if you want to join Chicken Nugget Nation, there's gonna be some dope stuff coming in the future, and like I'm talking exclusive like merch drops, giveaways, discounts on cards. If I can figure out how to do like a stream, like I guess Whatnot, or I'm not on eBay Live yet, but if I can do like a private stream on there, like unlisted. Maybe I could do a StreamYard, and I don't know, just do giveaways, sell cards cheap. That's my goal, is I'd want anybody to get in there to at least win, one or two things that would make it super worth their while to pay to be on the Chicken Nugget Nation. Plus, it's fun to say Chicken Nugget Nation. Chicken Nugget Nation. So there you go. If you want to check that out, you can get them for free, or you can join the Chicken Nugget Nation. We're going to start doing giveaways, and I'll start announcing those on the pod coming up. There you go. I'm getting redundant now. So that's sportscardsaredope.com. If you want to check it out and subscribe for free, that'd be dope. And y'all stay sweet. Have fun. Never stop collecting. Sports cards are dope. So are you. Later, y'all. Thank you guys for real.